Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the StrawHatLucas channel. Kube is gonna stay muted up for one moment. Sorry, he said wait right as I said hello to you guys. Sorry, Kube. I'm so sorry. It's okay though. We're experienced streamers.
Sorry,
Okay,
I'll
okay.
say it on stream.
What's up?
What up, everyone? How is everyone doing? I hope you're excited for the chapter. And Lucas, I was just telling you didn't share your screen for me to know where you're in the chapter.
Oh, okay. Appreciate
Yeah. That's what I just realized.
Guys, it's a Monday morning stream. Things are gonna happen. That's okay. It's okay. We are diving in straight away because I had a long wait for this chapter. Came out, with the scanlations on what, I don't know, Thursday, Friday, somewhere around there. And then Sunday it came out officially, and it's Monday already. That's too many days without reading One Piece, especially after 1177. So, Kube, are you ready to dive in?
Yeah, man, and I'm also very excited. Since it's going to be the 1 month chapter break after this chapter, so it's our last good chapter. I'm just kidding.
Dude, you can't do that. I don't know these things till I read the chapter. You can't do that to me. Oh, I would have heard about that. I would have heard about that from somebody. They would have been like, this isn't spoilers, but there is a chapter break coming up. Like, oh, dude, you almost got me.
Sorry, I had to. I thought let's say a bit today. No, Ben, but yeah, let's get into it. I'm excited.
All right. Give me 1 second. Sorry, had quite some hectic time at work, so I had to text the boss something real quick as we dive into. Turn down my phone so notifications don't bother us while I read. Sorry, stream. We'll get it together one day, guys. We've only been doing this 3 years now. 1178, waking from a nightmare. Eustace Captain Kid. Reader request. Kid being chased by a bull charging at his cape by Anna Aquinat. Aquinati? I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize. That's okay. Let's go.
Wait.
What? Ooh.
No, dude, I thought it was one of Oda's alts. Or maybe like incognito or something like that, because he's not because it feels, you know what, it does feel like it's a pun on a word, and I'm sure it's Oda.
Yeah, I feel the same way. There's something there. That's why the name tripped me up for a second. I started to read it. I was like, wait a minute, is this Oda? Is this Noda?
I thought at first you were gonna say,
I
thought you were saying another. I thought it was another way to say anonymous or something. He plays around with those games, right? Incognito anonymous.
All right, guys, drink water because the chapter is starting out spicy. We get this epic. Look at this epic shot, dude. I'm sorry, this took my breath away. Just the minute, Frankie, Jinbei, both in my top 5 straw hats. Like, and just seeing them stand there like that, just and then Nami in the foreground too, or in the mid ground there. That's so good. Hey guys, Luffy. What? That's Brook and Usopp. Oh shit, yeah. Take care of them. What's happening over there? You want backup? I'll call if I need help. But for now, you should keep your distance. Loki's gonna get pretty reckless. Coming from you? Oh, Sanji, do something. There's nothing to do. He's going at the fights with Emu now, and then Sommers. What's going on with Sommers? He's still probably reconstructing after Luffy messed him up, but we'll probably find out, right? Hopefully. Actually, I don't care what happens to Sommers. I hope he dies. Some years ago, a ship of giants was spotted at sea. Their captain was basically gigantic, but they shrouded themselves in deep mist, attacking only government assets whilst remaining unseen. Hey.
Well, this is one mystery that got answered. You don't remember? You don't know what that answers or not?
Do you think this is the Thriller Bog monsters?
Yeah, think about it. With Harold and Loki. After this chapter I read, think about it. It's the same mechanism that Harold was going to attack ships. Remember they said, for the last centuries with that mist.
So you think Loki was what was standing in the mist?
Because remember, Harold did the same thing. Remember that was Harold's move for the world government. Remember attacking pirates, and
So
when
he
they
did
say
what his dad
pre-task
did, but
is
he
for
did it on the flip.
for
Oh,
100.
dude!
It's been a century since basically if you're a pirate or world government,
That's not
there's
full
a,
confirmation, but that's pretty
Yeah.
fucking hard evidence
it
right
explains how the legends. It explains
there.
how
Yeah,
the
facts.
legends
That's what I'm
maybe
saying.
started.
Like it's not full like explanation. Like that's a lot of good evidence to that. That's interesting. Interesting. I wanted to beat the bad guy. Luffy. Get in there then, bud. What are you doing? At the same time as this, rumors spread far and wide of a massive creature, flying creature. Damn, she escaped. Too tiny. Where are you? And so the dots connect. There you are. You'll pay for what you did to Usopp. And Brook! Oh, dude, look at my boys! Ugh! Fuck them up, Luffy, come on now. Huh? Something popped out. It's... Oh my god, what the fuck? If only thou wouldst vanish off the face of the earth, as rocks did. Diabolical covenant. Oh shit. In exchange for a portion of thy lifespan, Cube, I will give you greater strength. Hey buddy, what's happening here? In return, you shalt hate one another. Domi Reversi.
The suspense.
I'm sorry, like what was that for? This doesn't even hurt. Get off of me. And what did you just say about rocks? As I suspected, ye are both. Gum gum? The target's so small. I can't fight like this. Look at my boy. Ragnar! Oh man. Hold up though. I need to process this just for a second before we move on to the rest of this fight. He just fucking shrugged. They both just shrugged off Emu's Domi Reversi. Like it was nothing. So it can't affect them. What's different? I'm gonna continue. We'll get into this. Don Gatling. Get him. Fuck him up. Ragnar. With the little face on it. Ah! Look out, Luffy! Whoa. Wait! Emu's definitely not here physically. Look at this. They're not even phased by this. Nibelheim. Whoa. You can't do that as a finisher. Wait, I haven't gotten in enough. I don't know who that is in there. But this is the quickest solution. I was just too big before. So he froze Gunko and Emu. Shit. Just in time though, Luffy went old man. Let me read this comment real quick. Loki's eyes are also bandaged, so I doubt it. Since it could definitely be a red herring. Like Oda's the king of misdirection. I see the argument completely. Though there is a lot of good
I'm not saying he's the three beings. I'm just saying how the legend became even bigger because of it. Because of them using it. Because in the last century, they've been specifically targeting pirate ship and world government. That's the part I'm not talking about the whole legend, but it could have been a thing.
They might not be those big figures in the they're not the big. They might not be the big figures in the myth, but they added to the legend of the Florian Triangle and in the Giants.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying completely, brother. Completely. All right, let's go. Fisherman Village, Elbap. Just put out the fire. That damn Loki got rid of the monsters, but he didn't leave us much better off. Huntsman Village. So it turns out Loki didn't kill King Harold? Well, I feel bad for that part, but none of the rest. Look what he's done to our village, just like always. Keep sending that rain down, Zeus. I'm trying. Ocean current shoulder throw. Let's go, Jimmy. There's only so much that ODC system can do. ODC? What a ODC? Are you down with
what ODC is, right?
No, I'm drawing a blank right now. Please remind me.
It's the name of the dial that that little showed Frankie, remember?
Okay,
That
was
turned everything
recent,
to
right?
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
supercharged
That was
clone
the
thing.
initials.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah,
I
or
was saying,
something
it
like
sounded
that, yeah.
familiar. I knew it was recent. I just still coming to terms with the terms. The weather tech. Yeah, thank you, Vex. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Everybody hydrate or dihydrate. Water's the way of life. Is it all over? Is it all over? If they flip back to white, it's a success. But if they get back up, it wasn't enough. I'm sorry, captains. Hold on, pause. That's a crazy line. I was taken over by some wicked urge. Don't let it bother you. We failed to resist it too. Urgh! Damned captains! How dare you? Still a handful of them left. Here comes Chopper. Oh yeah, let's go, Choppy boy. Hang on, I'll handle. Hiya! What, Chopper? Oh look, he's exercising. The demons coming out of them is the most interesting part of what the fuck Chopper. Oh man, my shit with wonky donk.
Come on.
How long has this been at? I've been so locked in on the chapter I didn't even notice. Here we go.
I was also I didn't even realize your camera was going wonky.
Yeah. Okay, but the most interesting part of what Chopper's doing is the demons coming out of him. Like, that's so wild.
Yeah.
Hey, Zolo. What did you just do? I don't know why, but all I have to do is hit them, and it cures their demonic powers. Is it because you're such a good doctor? Oh, dude! It's Zoro. Let's go, dude. I don't know why, but that fucking got me just now. That was good. What? You think so? I mean, don't butter me up, you jerk. But that must be it. Well done. Ga-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. That clears up this area, but what about elsewhere? No visible enemies around Craftsman Village, but we're dealing with fire. Brewer's Village has no enemies, but plenty of fire. There's just the fire to put out now. Get confirmation on whether the demons are alive or dead. Owl Library. Saul, what's it mean? I gave Robin Saul's voice for a second, that's awesome. The fire was definitely raging on the inside here. But I don't see a single charged book. The shelves are all empty. I don't see Biblo the Owl either. Let's hope for the best. Did he remove all the books? That would be wonderful, but where is Biblo now?
Dude, I'm saying it now.
Yeah,
Biblo deserves to be Nami's pet. That's some cat blogger level. No, because that's some cat blogger level of taking stuff away.
Yeah, stealing, snatching.
yeah. He has to be over Nami.
Listen, look at this. I'm getting Robin and then Frankie panels too. Let's go. Once we finally started fighting back, it didn't take long. It was not like this was an all-out war against a whole organization. Knights from the Holy Land or not, it's only 3 of them. If anything, they were punching above their weight against Elbaf. What happened to Great Emu? Yeah, think to yourself, Killingham. Outside the Western Village. Ooh. Sommers is in like pieces. Let's go. Curse you. Look at his heart. What is going on there? Loki. Berg.
So fun fact, the notes that we got when the spoilers were coming out were saying that this is an artificial heart.
I don't know if it is. Look at it. It looks like a normal heart. There is some tubing in there.
Metal, and metal a bit. Yeah, when you look into it, you kind of see it. So
you can see it now that I'm looking at it.
It came to the note. It's not a normal heart, a natural heart.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I think I have food. Go to the village. And why do you look like that? Do you think we're gonna get some answers on Luffy's ode form? Maybe Loki has a hypothesis for us? Interesting. To be continued, no break next week? No fucking way. No way! Sacred Marie Joie. Oh, dude, look at Marie Joie. I didn't even read the last page yet. I saw the to be continued and got hyped. Chamber of Flowers. Pangea Castle. 5 elders. Yes, Great Emu. I will be leaving the Holy Land for a time. What?
Yep. Someone's going on the school trip.
Emu's going on a trip in her favorite rocket ship? This is interesting.
All I'm gonna say is with the Summer's heart thing, it gives even more credence to Hazard how someone's heart could change their personality, all of those stuff they open. Makes me think of that. With the way they did with Summers as well.
Yeah, that is interesting. I wonder if that has to be Ancient Kingdom tech, right?
Or at least Ancient Kingdom era.
Exactly. Well, yeah, Emu. Get that PTO approved, bro. Like, use those vacation days, yeah. But no, yeah, what did you say, Cube? From what? That era?
Or just the era.
Yeah,
because we do know. Obviously, we have an idea the Ancient Kingdom might have been more noble because of who were opposing the world government.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that they never did those kind of stuff, but it must be like as to their abilities, capability. But yeah,
name again?
Shepherd.
Shep. Yeah, he's part of the Shepherd.
Yeah. Which is, I don't think it's a coincidence, especially since member of his family is a Gorsei.
Yeah. So he's had to live for a long time, man.
But here's my thing. You know how we talked about how hearts are important?
Yeah.
What if, and it goes with a Faustin deal, you may deal with the devil, right? What if it's not just that? What if they give them a heart, and the heart that's given to them is how it gives them their abilities?
I definitely think that could be something of it. There's definitely something with the contracts, especially because, like, look, it's what I said in the video. She's putting devils inside these people, so it's not too far fetched that a similar process is what made the devil fruits. It's a safer way to eat the devils. This is just a pure form of whatever kind of power base the devil fruits go off of. In my opinion.
Remember how Saturn died instantly from Emu from far away?
Yeah.
The only time we see something like that is when Punk Hazard, when Law was holding Monet's heart. From a far distance, he could end her life because he had her heart in his hand.
That's true.
What if Emu? Yeah. What if Emu have their heart in the vault? For some of them, at least the God's Knight and the Gorsei.
And that means that as long as their heart isn't destroyed, they can't die, right? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! Whoa. Okay. That is interesting. Huh.
And if there's one queen who had this obsession in fairy tales with that, is the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
From the original Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of all stories,
That is interesting. And then look, what was the big set piece for Alice in Wonderland? What was her big set piece where they did the big battle? Ooh, yeah, good catch, Vex. Thriller Bark Zombies in the Sunlight were similar to the shadows coming out of the people. That's what it was giving me the vibes of when I was reading the chapter. Yeah, good shit, dude. What were you saying though, Cube? Okay. The fairy tale. The Queen of Hearts. Her big set piece in the book Alice in Wonderland, and in the Disney movie as well, is the please don't copy strike the channel for saying the Disney World word, please. The Wisney film as well. The garden is a large set piece. Remember, the knights are in the garden. What are they doing? They're painting all the roses red.
Yep.
It's
very fitting that the one art.
Yeah, very fitting. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
And it's very fitting that the other arc that has actual Alice in Wonderland vibes is Whole Cake that had the first Elbaf flashback in it.
Yeah, and ties the Elbaf heavily with Loki and Lola.
Yep. But yeah.
That's so crazy, man. What a good chapter. I'm gonna flip through the pages again here a little bit, because there was some other stuff. Let's talk about this Chopper, though, thing, since Vex brought it up in the chat as well, and its similarities to Thriller Bark. Do we think that this hints at the true nature of Chopper's Devil Fruit? I think that it is always going to be the base Hito fruit. there's chances of it being an extension of that, like some kind of mythical model, but I think the base Hito fruit may just be special. Maybe it draws the humanity out of people. Chopper as a Straw Hat in general has always been one to draw even the admirer of enemies. Look in fan letter, the whole storyline around Chopper is that Marine falling in love with Chopper and what he looks like, and it makes me think. And then in Wano as well, in the raid of Onigashima, Chopper was the one who called out on the battlefield and saved some of Kaido's forces, which led to the battle being won, really, because he was able to sway so many of their forces when Queen left them to die. And it makes me think that Chopper's Devil Fruit, like I said, it just brings out the humanity in people. So because of that, in some nature, it's bringing out these demonic forces, at least symbolically. Obviously, Oda will have some kind of like lore reason why the Hito does that in some form or another. But I think that could be a good guess to it. There's obviously the forest god route as well. What do you think, brother?
Listen, I do think Chopper's Fruit could be something that enables easiness to remove it, but because of how it didn't affect Loki and Luffy, it does fit that the emotional aspect of how is this true power of this form. You know, Xebex was heartbroken. So I am wondering if there's something on how it's undone, and because of either how Chopper's Fruit wills inside, whatever it is, it's not particularly that Chopper's Fruit, but it naturally has those components in it. And it's doing it. You know what I mean?
It's something. Yeah, it's something about Chopper.
Yeah, because we've seen many times how you can use another Delphi to recreate an. Yeah.
He'll be a cure-all for every disease, you know what I mean? Like, it could be that. Like Zoro said, is it because you're such a good doctor? And what is it? Yeah. What was Herlerk's dream, dude? Thank you, live action, for coming out right around the same time as this fucking parts of the manga. Crazy that Oda makes it work like that. What the hell, dude? But his dream was to cure the people of Drum's lack of hope. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's emotion. It's overcoming what's ailing you through powerful emotion. Maybe that's something to do with it. Maybe it's the manipulation of the emotional spectrum or something. I don't know. Like, this is such a fascinating train of thought.
I don't think it's a coincidence.
The One Piece is real. Sorry, someone said it in the chat.
I saw it. I don't think it's a coincidence that Chopper, the one person who fights people without holding any grudges in his heart, that's his whole mantra. And the two times other people were done reversely, the people talking about they hold no grudge and they feel for them. Yeah. Don't think it's a coincidence. Don't think that's a coincidence. Yeah. Like, it's similar thought process and emotion, like empathy, which is the opposite of what Imu used. So, like, I do think that there's going to be this emotional thing, like Miss Golden Week's ability. She can affect people's moods and control them by affecting their emotions. It goes back to Miss Golden Week as well. She does something similar, so.
Yeah.
And there's definitely something.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I've been saying it forever, but yeah, I do agree we're finally getting more about Chopper's Fruit as well.
Yeah, and Little Garden, an aspect of itself, and like you just mentioned Miss Golden Week and her ability to manipulate emotions is interesting as well, just because it's the arc that gave us the Giants in the first place. That was the arc that introduced them as a concept into the world. So, Oda's a master of that foreshadowing, kind of just laying the groundwork for future arcs through similar power systems and similar things. So, like, it's not. It could be too, though, that Miss Golden Week hinted at Emu and the sigils that she's giving, the covenants, the contracts that she's giving to these people on their arms. I don't know. Very interesting, though. Yeah, the Chopper stuff, I need so much more on that. I need, like, obviously they're going to have to discuss it because Zoro was there to witness it, and he's not Luffy. He'll bring that shit up. He'll be like, hey, why did that happen? Not who else was there? Who else witnessed that? Both of the giant warrior captains, so, like, they're not going to just, like, brush past that for sure. That said, Emu's leaving fucking... What are we thinking, man? Where's Emu going? I asked you this at the beginning of the discussion. I need to know. Where are we thinking Emu's going?
So for me, the obvious one is going back to Elbaf, but I have doubts because especially since, Emu is like one of the two characters that we know will be the final main opponent to Luffy.
Yeah.
So I am wondering if we've talked many. The only thing that makes sense is we're talking about prophecy. We know there's more people. Now we just found out about the role of the Nidhogg, right? The more it might be more, right? The whole point of End of Time Skip was about talking about the three brothers. The Nothing is Stronger than those three brothers, ASL, right?
Yeah.
And they'll reunite at one point, and they never would be, stuff like that. I am wondering if the moment that he realized that Joy Boy and Nidhogg have come back together, it could work. I'm wondering if Imu's trying to stop them by making sure that another person they have to connect is trying to undo it before that, you know?
Yeah.
What's a better way to stop a force that's supposed to unite? By removing a piece. No pun intended, one piece. Taking the one piece away, you know? Like, so I am wondering if it's... Yeah. So if he's not going back to Elbath, what if he knows about something that if Imu is successful, it would make it impossible for him to think. He thinks that Nidhogg and Joybo would never succeed.
Obviously, this is a game board. The One Piece is a piece of the game. It's the winning piece. It's the one piece they need to win. What's the missing piece? Like, Oda's a fucking genius, dude. Oh my god, dude. That's got to be what it is, right? Like we had this huge discussion. Well, like no, like we had that huge discussion with Vex, who's in the chat right now. Shout out, brother. Jacoby on a stream like forever ago, and I've not been able to stop thinking about it. And then with what Dory said in this chapter, he said once they get flipped back to white paws, it's a success. But if they don't get back up, it wasn't enough. Meaning that they're still in their, black piece phase. Pause again, sorry. That's just the terms we use in this game, the Reversey game. So this is just a fucking game, dude. To Emu and Joy Boy, this seems to be somebody's game. And they're unwilling pawns, right? None of the only people that know that they are pieces of this game are the world government and the Roger Pirates.
Yep.
And that Roger knows that he was too early. Who else?
I think Blackbeard is aware. I think Blackbeard's aware.
Look at the way he's acting. O'Hara were probably
no biggie. Yeah, no biggie. He always says no biggie. Those guys have. He talks like he's a player in the game, like it's not real life. He doesn't even. He values for his crew, but he laughs when they die. So your turn was over. Like he does play like a game. It's a game. This is all a game to Emu. 100%. 100%. And that's what's going to be Luffy's driving force. That's not the chosen one trope, right? Because Oda said that Luffy's not the chosen. Like, there's no one chosen to do this. Luffy's an important piece, yes, because he has the Nika fruit. But that's how he gets away from that. So you know how basically if someone made this a whole game, there's a game master, right?
Yeah, of course.
I still don't believe it's Emu. I think Emu is just the MVP.
I don't either.
He's playing the game the longest.
I don't either.
I think there's a man behind the curtain. Like there's someone. I wouldn't be shocked because of how.
If Oda shows up in a fucking fish-headed outfit and is like, and is the man behind the curtain, I will fucking lose it.
Yeah, no, that's not where I was going. Where I was going with is
I know, I'm
imagine if, you know how pre-time skip ended with how Luffy was crashing out, and JB was able to bring him back.
Yeah.
I've said this. What if this is what happened? Nika has different phases. Smiling, Liberator, and then Destroyer. Right? We talked about that could be the phase. What if just something happened? Like this is why we told maybe it's to stop Luffy, or it's like the whole Star Wars thing. Like the Great Savior is also the Great Destroyer. What if the game was done by Nika at his lowest point, at the point where he's the most angriest?
Ooh.
Something happened, and he's so angry.
In the game kind of thing.
And think about it. They keep talking Nika like he's a child, like a child.
Yeah.
Doesn't this make you think of the tantrum of a child for someone who has a god power and decides to make a game to make a select minority, few people suffer? And you know what I mean? For a few people, everyone has to suffer. It almost feels like the game was done by a child's personality trait. Someone who personality of a child.
Yeah, someone
almost.
who's very childish. I see what you're saying entirely. Vex brought up a good point too. Davy Jones is probably one of the only people who would be over Emu's, is probably the only one who would be over Emu's influence. And if Davy Jones is not it, this brings it, which that's probably it, right? Because we all think that Davy Jones might be on Laugh Tale. Like there's hintings at that, the man in the chest kind of thing with Gaimon. Davy Jones could be, or somebody is at Laugh Tale. That's the man behind the curtain, the One Piece. Yeah, it brings up the question though, if it's not Davy Jones, who else could it be? Which Joy Boy is not the answer. I don't think Joy Boy is the answer because Joy Boy lost to Emu. If Nika held the pieces, I think Joy Boy would have fared better back in the Void Century. Ooh, that's an interesting way to come at it. There's a lot of questions. Do we think release the Kraken or Emu or release Davy Jones? I still think that this... Where the fuck is Emu going? Or is this the announcement of the...
But I think...
God damn,
I think the same way we're saying about Joy Boy did not fare well, I think it's because Davy Jones. Because of how, basically... Like, think of everything in the story, right, Jeff, we've had. Davy Jones has been mentioned a handful of times. Like, his legend is also barely living. See what I mean? So...
Yeah. Sorry, Vex is cooking in the chat right now, since Emu showed a disdain for Nika and Davy. Yeah, but we've not heard Emu mention Joy Boy, have we at all? I don't think so. We saw him...
But the problem is...
What is it?
No, we have... What time? When he... Egghead.
Yeah.
It was triggered when it says Joy Boy's
when the
hockey.
hockey happened. Yeah. But we've not seen the disdain. There is fear of Joy Boy. Moreover, disdain, like what Vex is saying in the chat. There's disdain for Nika and Davy. With Joy Boy obviously challenged Emu in a way that no one had in a very long time, or some manner of that, right? Or Joy Boy challenged Emu just more than anyone or Nika.
I mean, but Will is right.
You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
Emu said in dislike.
Joy Boy response. No, but there's both this date for Joy Boy and Davy Jones, because when they did that
with Joy Boy. Okay, I see what you're saying.
It got triggered. Yeah, it got triggered.
But Davy is definitely
also. I also think it's because
Vex.
if it's because of the Vex being talked all the time, Davy Jones, we just got more exposition. We have never really seen someone who is a big believer of Joy Boy and keep pushing that agenda on Emu. It's also because the Vex did two times at least already. So yeah.
This is so interesting. The pieces are in motion. Okay, so do we think everyone is a white piece until Emu flips them? Or do we consider that the Marines are black pieces at this point in the game? You know what I mean? Like, because they would obviously continue to fight for the world government as pawns in this game. Because obviously Needhogger and Nika are both white pieces in this. And then the Straw Hats. Like, I would say Law's crew. Okay, let me rephrase that. The ones that are still... We didn't see anyone to die in Law's crew, but like the ones who are still able to fight are probably white pieces. The Straw Hat Grand Fleet. We have a lot on our game board already. It is getting harder and harder to figure out what Oda is thinking. But at the same time, it's getting easier to figure out what Oda's thinking in this, I think. I don't know. Or coming up with possibilities in his way of thinking, if you get what I'm saying. Is that nothing is as it seems. Not all the Marines are just...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Vex. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to figure out, like,
Vex.
what... You can't cut it down the middle, and I think that'll be proven on the battlefield in this final war. The power lies in the few who are able to decide the fate of the others. Exactly. Everyone else is just pawns. Everyone's a pawn. No one else. Like, I like that take a lot. I actually used that theme in one of my campaigns here recently, and that's a really good fucking... Yeah. That's spicy right there. Able to combat that with their own strong will. Yes.
You know how you talk about bring them to white in a way? Think about it. Kaku Ramluchi, enemies who at one point became allies. When they became allies, is when they were
the lines are always grayed, except for with Doflamingo. That man's a fucking monster. But like, the lines are even Blackbeard. Like, I don't know. Blackbeard's backstory from God, like the little bit about him we got in God Valley, in his mother, really impacted how I felt about the man. Obviously, yes, I will never get over the betrayal of him turning in Ace to the world government. At the same time, everyone tried to warn Ace to not do that because Blackbeard was obviously not afraid to betray a fucking person and like just throw them away. You know what I mean?
He killed
there's a lot of
he killed his
nuance
one
to
brother.
that whole situation.
Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
I know I'm not saying that people always give that about aces, dude. It's like if, I don't know, your Loki joined the crew, was close to the Straw Hats, kills Usopp, runs away, Frankie goes, but then one tells him, yo, watch out, you know, Loki is just different.
Yeah, Loki
and then
will
people
definitely
blame,
kill you. Yeah.
and then people say, oh, we told Frankie not to go after. Yeah, but let's not forget, he only went after because Blackbeard killed someone that was close to him. Like I know Neil, but a lot of people forget that details. Like he didn't go after Blackbeard out of ego. It was personal, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll give props to Ace at least. Yeah, he fought for the people he cared for to the end.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah. I won't lie to you. I do feel like, and if it goes further that direction because of this flashback, I do feel like people are trying to be ready to excuse whatever we're gonna get from Blackbeard because he's had a hard childhood. I've been seeing it more and more, which Kuma's the example of your flashback does not dictate who you are as a person. Like, it doesn't change stuff or what you do in the present. Because Kuma could become a villain.
Yeah.
At any time.
Did you notice that we got the Dawn text in Loki and Emu? Or Loki and Luffy? When their eyes are like, there's that shot of their eyes.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, both of them. Well, it's not strictly the Dawn text, but like it's very similar katakana. Like the first one's definitely like the Dawn, but yeah, that's interesting that it's coming from Loki as well. Do you think Loki can tap into the drums of liberation with Luffy? I think that is possible. I'm not gonna lie. I think that will happen. I don't know. That's just interesting. Obviously, it's just their heartbeats as they're staring down Emu, like showing how intense the situation is, what they feel from this guy. I mean, Luffy straight told the crew, "Don't come near us." You know what I mean? Like, don't get involved.
Yeah.
This is insane. Domi Reversi. All right, Cube. What's your rating? Final thoughts?
Honestly, for me, it's a solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
A lot of good showings, but a lot of still, we don't really understand how they were able to stop Domi Reversi. The Chopper stuff is again teasing what Chopper could actually do. What Chopper is doing is like, it's good, but if you look at it, there's no really answers. It's just
it's a lot of setup, but we're not getting a break next week, which means we're probably gonna get something pretty big next week. Is my guess. We're gonna get something massive next week because there'll probably be a break after. Because we've got this will be 4 chapters in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. This will be the this is the 3rd chapter. So
this is the 3rd chapter.
2 chapters. Two chapters in a row. So next week will be the 3rd chapter. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Usually we've been getting 2 chapters in a break. So next week will be the 3rd chapter.
Next will be 3rd, and we'll probably get a break week, and it will probably be something relatively big or enough to get the community discussing things. But I do agree, a lot of this is set up like Biblo taking the library stuff. We might get stuff there. I could definitely see us getting a little bit of conversation about what happened with Chopper and maybe some answers about the heart. I don't think we're going to get anything from Emu leaving the Holy Land. There's a chance, but I don't think Oda's going to go to that yet. I think that's insinuating the war is going to happen. You know what I mean? This is about to be war kind of thing. I think that's what that means. Because Emu will have to go to the surface.
I think because of how he's been doing the stuff of Emu, being seeing much more of Emu, I wouldn't be shocked that he pivots and shows us in real time what Emu's doing at the same time.
That would be fucking insane. After that long ass flashback, if we get like 3-4 chapters of Emu's bizarre adventure, like I would fucking lose my mind, man. But
because he's never done this story where he's introducing the villain. And look at Elbath. Look at Elbath, how it started. He didn't just show the attack. He showed us the build up to that attack.
Yeah.
What the god signs were saying to one another of Emu, all of those stuff. He showed us the prep time. So yeah, Emu cover story.
Dude, that would be fucking wild though. What if that? Hold on. Is Will cooking? What if we get another cover story and it ends with that showing us what Emu did? Like, oh, that would be great. But yeah, for me, I have to agree. I was gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. I think the Emu stuff would bump it up for an 8 if I was ranking this off hype alone. At the end there, because obviously Oda knows how to give a good cliffhanger, and I think that's a good cliffhanger, like to end off the chapter on. But that, like you said, it's a lot of setup really for this one. Very good chapter though, like very dense for how we only got, it looks like 15 pages in the chapter. So very dense for what we got actually. Is Emu still in the ice though, from what I see?
Not Emu. Remember, Emu did disappear. That's why they reappeared.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I was just double checking.
But Gunko most likely
Gunko is still in there. Yeah, so we might get some for her. We've got Killingham as well, not been pulled back to the Holy Land. Sommers is in pieces. We might get something about his heart because Oda focused on that as well. Like, yeah, like you said, this is a lot of setup, a lot of questions now too. But overall, good fucking chapter, man. Yeah. Will, what did you rate the chapter before we end stream today? Yeah, Will, Vex, what did you guys been popping off all stream? What did you guys rate the chapter this week? I need to know the community. But other than that, yeah, thanks for everybody for being here today. It was a great discussion. A lot of good topics today. I might have to make another a little quick thoughts video about this chapter though, because there's a lot to think about. May have to talk about Chopper's stuff. That's very interesting. Very interesting. I have a lot to say about that shit. 8.7. That's a decent rating there, brother.
Yeah, we're all in the same ballpark.
Yeah, we're all in the same ballpark. Yeah, like it's a solid chapter. Like, but hell yeah. I know, dude. All of the Straw Hat moments this arc has been fucking amazing. Usopp stuff. Oh, Vex, you were in chat the Usopp chapter, but it was fucking great. Like the Usopp stuff has been wonderful. Yeah, tons of setup. I feel like we might be getting some good stuff for the Straw Hats here. Frankie getting his upgrade and everything. But with that, I am gonna end stream today. Thank you guys for watching. As always, Cube, you got anything to say to the beautiful audience today?
Hey man, listen, we're just enjoying peak after peak after peak, so I hope everyone is staying safe and, you know, mentally stable with all the lore that we've been getting. Yeah,
I have to agree. Like, and then I have to also just say with Vex in the chat, yeah, you know, I had been honest with Cube about it. Like, I was kind of not, I'd getting flashback fatigue really, really bad. So all this stuff has really like locked me in on the series here lately, and it's just so wonderful. I love the Straw Hats, getting all of this moments and stuff. I watched Fan Letter again last night. That's why I brought up the Marine earlier. Like, yeah, it's a peak time to be a One Piece fan. The live action is out, which I know some people aren't happy with, but most the overwhelming response is pretty positive. You know, we're about to get the anime back. They're dropping teasers for the Elbaf anime. Loki looks fucking insane. Like, it's a great time to be a One Piece fan. And yeah, with that, we will see you here next Sunday. We had a little crossover yesterday, but yeah, we'll see you here next Sunday. This Sunday, actually, for chapter 1179. We're almost to chapter 1200, guys. This is crazy. All right, with that, we're gonna sign off. Take care of your people, love yourself, and we'll see you again. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.